So now let's see, now that I've found that rational root, I'm going to try to solve the equation x to the third power plus x squared minus 3x minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay? Well, one of my roots is negative 1, so that's going to tell me part of my factoring here. X cubed plus x squared minus 3x minus 3 is going to be factored to be x plus 1 times something. How do I get that plus 1? Well, it's that root that I found. Change the sign. Remember from my example up here, if I have x plus 1, that gives me a root of negative 1. So if I get a root of negative 1, I get a factor of x plus 1. Okay? Now how am I going to find out this something that I'm going to multiply x plus 1 by to get x cubed plus x squared minus 3x minus 3? Any guesses? Divide. So I'm going to divide x cubed plus x squared minus 3x minus 3 by x plus 1. I'll use synthetic division, which means, yes, sorry. X equals negative 1. I got that from the calculator. That was the rational root we found in the calculator. Yeah. Now I'm going to continue on with this problem and solve this equation. Your homework, the first few problems say just find the rational roots, and then the next 4 problems say solve. So I'm going on to the solve. Right. Right. All right. So I'm going to put negative 1 in the little box for the synthetic division, and then the coefficient on the x cubed is 1, the x squared is 1, the x is negative 3, the constant is 3. Now I'm going to do my synthetic division. Why can't I scroll this page down a little bit? Okay, 1. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. 0. Negative 1 times 0 is 0. Negative 3. Negative 1 times negative 3, positive 3, so I have a remainder of 0. So this represents 1x squared plus 0x minus 3. Okay, now I can solve. So either x plus 1 is equal to 0, giving me x equals negative 1. We had already found that one. Or x squared minus 3 equals 0. Add 3 to both sides. X squared is equal to 3. Square root both sides, and x is the square root of 3, both positive and negative. So that one root that I found when I was first going through that was negative 1.73 blah 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 was this one, was the negative square root of 3. Let me go back and, oops, it'll come up in a minute. Da, 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 da. There we go. Come on, calculator. So there are 3 roots. Let me get a bigger picture of the graph here. That one will give you the whole number ones. That one will give you the integer ones. It's not going to give you those square root of 3 ones. Okay, not perfectly. It's going to give you. You're not going to maybe recognize that was the square root of 3. Okay. So I've got 3 roots here. One of them's here. That one was at positive square root of 3. One of them was here. That one was at negative 1. And one of them was over here on the very left, and that was at negative square root of 3. So why don't you use the calculator for all of them? Because you need to learn the algebraic method too. So, yeah. Yeah. We won't get exact numbers, so that's why we're not doing it. I can give you a lot of song and dance why not always use the graphing calculator. My arguments aren't going to be very good because, like, you have the technology, why not do it? The state standards say that we should teach you how to do this algebraically. If you're going to take calculus, you're going to need to be able to do things algebraically. If you're never going to take calculus, Yeah, if you're going to be an engineer or let's see, if you're going to be an engineer, you have to have calculus. If you're going to be a science major, you usually have to have calculus. If you're going to have any degree, you're going to also have to take stats. So you can either go the calculus route in high school or the stats route in high school. But you will have to take stats in college. You may not have to take calculus in college if you're not an engineer or a science major. If you're a liberal arts major, you'll never need calculus. Some business degrees require some calculus, some don't, but they all require statistics. And every master's degree requires statistics. So you might want to think about taking a little stats in high school because it's a great class and I teach it. Yay! So when you're juniors or seniors, and this is on YouTube now. It's my little advertisement here. Okay. Is stats easier than this class? Some parts of it are and some parts of it aren't. It kind of depends upon where you are in the semester and what you're doing. Yeah. Yes, we're done with that problem. Shall we do another one? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you weren't watching. I'll do another problem. Okay. So let's go with. Oh God, that one gives us a horrible root to find. I'm looking. Yeah. No, because you only have 4 of them to do from the homework. There's one. That one's not bad. 3x cubed. 3x cubed plus x squared minus x minus 1. Okay. Step 1, find a rational root. A rational one. So let me throw this in my calculator. I think that was the one that I had before. Too bad it's gone. Okay. 3x cubed plus x squared minus x plus 1. All right, I'm going to graph it and just see if from the graph it'll pop up here in the window in just a second. It'll usually pop up over here in this small section. It's just taking its time. There, 3x cubed plus x squared minus x plus 1. I think I see a rational root at -1. Mm-hmm. Really? Did you do a Zoom 6? Do a Zoom 6, and your window should be about the same. So I think I did a Zoom 6 before. Could be the difference in the calculator. Oh, okay. So +1. +1. Yeah. Did I write -1? Oh, sorry. Let me see that, Catherine. Let me see it. Am I going to be able to find an easy rational root on that one? Yeah, so, all right, -1. Sorry. Thanks for pointing that out. I gave the problem as -1. We're going for -1. And I hope it works. Whoops, I went too many. Let's see, delete, delete. Okay, -1. Oh, I knew that was going to happen.